Today, Senator Obama also talked about groups many working class Americans belong to that often help elect Democrats. Here he is in Youngstown, Ohio.
Let's talk about unions for a second. I believe in unions. I believe in unions because if you look at the history of this country, things we take for granted, 40-hour work week, minimum wage, overtime, health care benefits, paid leave, paid child labor laws. Those were union fights. Unions put their shoulder behind the wheel and made life better for working people when they were being taken advantage of. And even today, even if you're not in a union, you're still benefiting from the fact that there's a union out there putting pressure on employers to do the right thing. The problem is we've had the most anti-union administration in memory under George Bush. Although a lot of the problems started before Bush. You know, with the Patco strike and dating back to the 1980s. So what we have to do is figure out how can we strengthen unions and thereby give workers a little more leverage. So there are a couple of things that I think we can do. Number one, I think that we should pass the Employee Free Choice Act. That will make it easier for unions to organize, make it harder for companies to block unionization. Number two, it's not the Department of Management, it's the Department of Labor, which means that we need to have people in the Department of Labor who believe in labor standards, who are going to enforce labor standards, we need somebody on the National Labor Relations Board that will rule when in favor of unions when management is not negotiating in good faith and when they're engaging in unfair labor practices. You know, what unions are looking for, they're not looking to drive employers away. And in this current climate where jobs can be moved overseas all the time, you know, workers understand that if they're doing something that's bad for the company, that ultimately that could mean their jobs. So I think most unions are very responsible in terms of wanting to see their employers succeed. But what they do expect is that if a company is making billions of dollars of profits, that they'll share some of those profits with the workers that made that wealth possible. That is a basic principle of American life.